Okay, I didn't want to make a video this week, and in fact, I had decided not to, and I had made up this whole story about why it makes more sense for me not to do one this week. And then I just realized I'm listening to my inner critics. So I decided to do the video anyway, even though I don't feel like it or want to. So the reason why I was convinced I shouldn't do a video this week is that I just have a lot going on. Um, the end of the year is the busiest time for me anyway, because I'm usually doing some kind of free visioning thing for the new year, as I am doing this year on December 14th. And I want to promote that as well as I can. Plus, I'm starting the Year of Dreams 2019. I want to promote that as well as I can. Plus, I'm going to California next week for a creative retreat. Plus, while I'm there, I'm doing the Gifts of the Shadow workshop with Chris. And so it's just like I have so much more going on than I normally do. And that's deliberate. Like I meet with my dream every day. I listen to it. I made these plans out of that place of connection to my true self, connection to my dream, to my potential, to my, like, what do I really want? And I did think actually very carefully about what it would mean from me, like how busy it would make my work days to get all this stuff done, and I wanted it. Unquestionably, I knew this was what I wanted. And now that I'm in the part where I have to stretch myself to meet these goals, I want to shrink small and hide. And that's been my pattern. I have a story that says that being small means being safe. And it's a story that I've always had and that I've been working with deliberately for like 15 years. And so it has evolved and transformed over that time, but I've still got it. And I still end up falling into it without noticing, even though I'm doing everything I can to stay conscious and aware of what I'm doing. Right? And that's just the nature of how those stories work. And that, I think, is why I really didn't want to do a video, because it just feels too vulnerable. Like, I don't want to share where I'm at this week. But that's the point of the weekly videos, is just to literally share where I'm at, regardless of where it is, because that's the only way of sharing an honest picture of the journey. So I've been in this place often where, like, I'm here and I have a plan to go here, like growing, and then I hit this point where it starts to get overwhelming, and then I shrink those goals down. And the thing is, I do end up growing like from here to here, right? And so that has actually been a helpful thing for me, in that I have grown steady and stable over the years. And in terms of my own personal growth, my creative growth, but also my business growth, I think that's been a really helpful thing for me, especially because I can be easily overwhelmed. And um, having a happy, peaceful, joyful, creative daily life, work life, these things are important to me, and I wouldn't trade them for fast growth. So I have appreciated that. And I want to keep working with it and looking at, and I'm not looking at growing from here to here, right? It's just like, this is my goal for what I want to do next. What I want to do now, my commitment to what I'm exploring now is, well, how do I hold this stretched out thing? Like, when I start to feel stretched out, when I start to feel overwhelmed, when I start to feel like it's too much, and I just want to go small. How do I stay with my original goal? It's been a really great question to explore. It's like, just keep sitting with it. It's not nearly as complicated as I make it out to be when I'm in that story about small is safe. There's actually tons of ways. There's lots of things I can do to stay connected and calm and happy and have whatever peaceful creative space I need and get shit done. It's not really that hard. I make it seem like it's impossible. So I am really meeting that story, working with it, trying to explore new ways with it. It's kind of exhausting, so I'm also having to take really good care of myself as I do it. And this is where I'm at this week. So I will see you back here next week. Next week it is going to be awkward for me to get a video done because I will be in California, but I'm there on a creative retreat, so I should really have time to share at least something short and sweet. So I will see you then.